Welcome to an encore. Mike, is it an encore presentation?
No, this is the first presentation.
Oh, this is the first presentation on YouTube of Live Ricky 5. You are watching it thanks to our friends at MortgageCS. This is Ben, who I tell you to text all the time. This is Alec from MortgageCS. And thanks to them, this is now on the internet forever.
Great.
Forever. So please, we don't know what's going to happen. BBall Paul maybe didn't even show up. I don't know. But enjoy this presentation, not encore, first time, of number one from Underground Arts in Philadelphia at 12th and Callow Hill, Live Ricky 5.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast. This is Live Ricky 5, and without any further ado, Amos and the Chef.
Larry, sweetie, the man is here.
Say the name, I say the name, I say the name.
We were right, y'all. We were right. Even when it went wrong, we were right. We was right, y'all. We were right. So say the name. Say the name. We were right, y'all. We were right. Even when it went wrong, we were right. We were right, y'all. We were right. So say the name. Say the name. Say the name.
Welcome to the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast. This is Live Ricky 5. My name is Spike Eskin, along with a guy who is such a playoff motherfucker, he is skipping the first round to go on his honeymoon.
Right.
That is one Mike Levin.
That's right. The regular season doesn't count. The first round doesn't count. I'll let you know when it starts to count.
So here we are. The last time we did one of these, Mike reminded me, was 4 years ago, October of 2019, with Mike Scott, who is now playing in China?
Somewhere.
France is where he's playing.
Great.
It's been a really long time, and it is, I always get emotional at these things, but it's so fucking great to see everybody here. So thank you for coming.
Thank you, guys. Really exciting. I also want to, CJ's right here. We have to introduce CJ.
Well, he's the producer,
he's
not
right
a host.
Here. This is CJ in person. This is the first time I met CJ tonight. Now you're here. You might notice that there is a large ruler of some sort to determine.
We're gonna measure him later.
How actually tall CJ is. So we'll see. He's sitting down now.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah. We're going to measure him later. And thank you to the sponsors who could make it. Of course, L.L. Pavorsky was here at 6 p.m., so everybody knew he was not only first on the pod, but first here as well.
Yeah.
Kornblau and Kornblau here, the VIP sponsor.
There we go. There we go. Hey, Adam. Good to see you.
Ethan and Max from DraftKings are here. Hello, sir.
There we go. What's up, guys?
Kasabi couldn't make it. No Kasabi. Steven from Briggs Auction, who
Right.
now outfits CJ, is here.
Yeah.
Everybody's here. Do you have anything else before we start the playoff stuff, or is there anything else?
I want to do an hour on the Nets game today.
Honestly, first game in like 9 years I haven't watched. I was driving down here. I barely even know what happened.
Yeah. I watched it, baby.
Yeah. Oh, no, before we get going. Yes, of course. So I am a Jew, but I wore my Jesus shirt tonight because it's Easter. So
Great.
But I decided to give up alcohol for Lent because I was drinking too much, at least for my taste. So I have not had a drink since Ash Wednesday, and that was 40 days ago. So I have decided to share all of it with you. stateside, and iced tea and vodka.
So everyone come up with their mouths open one
Yep.
at a time.
We're going to do this like, what's the thing they do with the wine?
Asking the wrong guy.
Oh.
Asking the wrong guy.
Says the two guys doing the live pod on Easter. What happens at church? So here it is. Thank you, Safe Side. Here's the Surf Side. Woo! You know, it's just lightly sweet and it's not carbonated either.
Yeah.
Because iced tea isn't carbonated.
Interesting.
In any case, you want to talk playoffs, Mike?
Let's talk about the playoffs.
Playoffs? So our playoff preview is brought to you by LL Pavorsky Jewelers. The Sixers are locked into the 3rd seed. They will play at what, 1 p.m., did you say?
Yeah, 1 p.m.
1 p.m. on Saturday against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Ben Simmons is still on the fucking team.
Yeah.
He's not going to play.
That's real. I'm really genuinely sorry for you that he's out for the season.
Oh, man.
I feel like your life would get turned upside down.
Oh, my God.
If he played and played well in that game.
Oh. Well, but I knew that was never going to happen.
There you go. There you go.
You see, if anybody knew that, it was
There
me,
you
but
go.
we'll get to that later. Mike, I ask you this. First of all, handicapping the first round series against the Nets, we've been here before with they draw an easy, first round opponent, but it does feel like the best first round opponent they could have drawn.
I'm going to be in France watching it with Mike Scott. But yeah, I mean, look, if they have a problem with Brooklyn, or if we're parsing matchups with Milwaukee or Boston, then it's just not the year. And the way that I look at it, and you're gonna get mad at me for jumping it early, but when the
Don't
crowd
do
is
it
here-
early.
I'm not jumping. I'm not doing it, but I'm getting
Okay.
I'm ramping up to do it. We have the guy. In that it's Joel Embiid, and if we start worrying about matchups or home court or how many games, whatever, then we don't deserve it. And I think we just got to be like, we have Joel. It doesn't matter. They don't even need to wear a jersey. They can have regular black and white jerseys, video game jerseys, and it doesn't matter. We got to beat who's ever in front of us. And so I don't think they care. I don't care. Doc was golfing today. He doesn't care. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, and I'm feeling especially good that I'm not going to be watching.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, when you said it doesn't matter because they have the guy, I thought you were going to go Jaden Springer.
Yeah. Well, they did pull him today after 2 minutes, and I did for a second think, are they pulling him because they got to keep him rested for
The playoffs.
all those meaningful minutes?
So in a
gonna
second,
be happy?
I'll do my playoff prediction here. Later, Mike's will come during the over-under segment. We're going to do some over-unders with Mike. I will do mine in a second. 2 questions for you, though, Mike. First question.
Yeah.
If the Sixers don't get past the second round, is James Harden a member of the Sixers next year?
It's really like
He hates answering.
I'm going to give you a long podcast answer. We have all the time in the world. There's no good option right now. If they don't go far in the playoffs, then you go do we re-sign this guy who's aging? Or let him go and have nothing and try to trade Tobias for a couple pieces of contract. It's
Mike's
a little
just
bit,
taking my question and making it
no.
2 minutes long.
I'm realizing that this is the Sixers last dance a little bit.
Oh.
And a little bit all the other versions of this, of if it goes bad, are bad. So it has to go good.
So they have no option.
Oh,
but
no
to be
option.
good.
They have to do it this year.
Okay.
So
I'm not-
so I would say if they don't get past the second round, I would say no.
I was going to ask you about Doc Rivers, but we're going to have Prezz Carter up later to perform
Yeah.
coaches. Coaches become sales reps.
And we don't know if he might say some good things about him.
Yeah, he could have
We're gonna
rewritten it.
come in
Might be a remix.
Open mind.
It could be called Coaches Become Still Coaches.
Yeah, coaches
You never know.
Coaches make adjustments.
So my prediction, as we will do Mike's later,
Yeah.
ultimately, I think it's not even close. This is the best team Joel Embiid has ever had.
Yeah. And 90% of that is because
It's Joel
the
Embiid.
best
Yeah,
Joel Embiid
yeah,
Joel
yeah.
Embiid has ever. Yeah.
And I think it's fair to say that James Harden is the best teammate as far as, best player that Joel Embiid has ever had on his team.
Yeah, I mean, one of the better ones was in the G League this year, but yeah.
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 And the Sixers have the best backup center they've ever had
That's
in Joel
right.
Embiid's career. B-Ball Paul's going to be here later.
That's right.
And he didn't get traded. And he didn't get released.
He didn't get traded.
And he's playing.
He didn't get released.
I can't
He is
believe
playing.
it worked out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It really did work out.
Yeah,
For as
unbelievable.
much as the Sixers have lied to us, they really did us a solid
Yeah.
here by not trading our guest.
Well, Daryl knows he messed up giving us his phone number.
Yeah.
So.
It'd be tough.
So here is my prediction.
It'd be tough if it was like Memphis Grizzlies, B-Ball Paul.
Yeah. I do it. I don't care.
Yeah, I
Shove
would-
it right up their fucking asses for. Anyway,
Yeah.
they will win the opening series against the Brooklyn Nets in 5 games. A
Okay.
gentleman's sweep.
Yeah. Which game do they lose? It better not.
Game one.
Can't be one.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be one.
It's gonna be game 1.
Might be one. Shouldn't be one. If they lose game 1, you're gonna call me at an obscene hour.
Yes, I am.
And be like, you got to get back here.
Yeah. I can't do the they got eliminated podcast myself.
Yeah.
I don't even care. No, just kidding. I care. And then in round 2, they will face the hated Boston Celtics.
Unless you're Jimmy Butler, Miami Heat. Take care of
Yes.
this.
That would be funny. That would be worse.
Yeah.
Along with Anna Horford's brother, Al Horford.
No.
She sucks. And ultimately, the Sixers will lose in 6 games to the Boston Celtics. I'm fucking sorry. I
wow.
can't lie to you.
They
I'm
lose.
sorry.
They lose game 6 in Philadelphia.
Yeah. It's gonna suck. What do you want out of me? I always tell you the things you don't want to hear, and they're always fucking true. I'm sorry. That is my prediction.
I know it was your prediction.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I could have predicted your prediction.
So we have some musical guests tonight. We would like to call up Eliza Hardy-Jones and Charlie Hall of the band War on Drugs.
Yes.
Now this
CJ, get out of her seat.
is brought to us by Kornblau and Kornblau. Oh, you fixed it. Oh, mostly. Yeah, anyway, they fixed it, mostly. Anyway, this is brought to us by Kornblau and Kornblau. But I would like to introduce this. Eliza wrote this for us when she was Eliza Hardy-Jones of the Ricky, before she was Eliza Hardy-Jones of the War on Drugs. And she recorded this for us, but has never been able to perform it live. And I present to you Eliza Hardy-Jones and Charlie Hall. Imagine the process.
Imagine there's no process. It's easy if you try. No Joel or Dario. No watching Simmons fly. Imagine all the draft picks wasted on this guy. Imagine there's no TJ. It isn't hard to do. And there's no Robert Covington. And no pick swap too. Imagine all the 8 seeds wasting life away. And you may say he was a tanker, but hope someday he'll rejoin us. No more trades for fake number ones. Imagine there's no assets. There's no cap room too. Watching Doug Collins post games, the shortest view in the room. Imagine one more second, watching Spencer Hawes and you may say he was a tanker, but he's not the only one. I hope someday he'll rejoin us. No more trades for fake number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eliza, Hardy Jones, and Charlie Hall. You have a mic here. Charlie, why don't you step up to this just so we can
Amazing.
talk? No?
Amazing.
Did you ever guess in your career as a successful musician that the highlight would be playing a 7-year-old parody song
With a lot of out-of-date players.
with a lot of outdated players for a basketball podcast live show?
Simmons was exciting when I wrote it. It was
Yeah.
exciting.
I thought about, as I was hearing you do it before the show, I was like, should we really quickly change that to B-ball?
I also
like,
thought
really
about it. I was
fast?
like, if we can't,
But
this
I didn't
won't
think
go.
that'd be
Yeah.
appropriate.
It might be time for an updated one. I know you're busy, but you know. So, what you guys playing? You're playing shows. You're playing Jersey, right? Yes.
Yeah, in August.
Yes, Stone Pony.
So,
There you
yeah,
go.
August 19th.
Yeah.
Like you guys are fucking Springsteen or something. So.
Yeah.
Charlie, you want to
Are
show
you-
everyone your shirt? We gonna let him get away with it?
No. Absolutely not.
Charlie might be a Celtics fan,
Oh, no.
but he's here. He fucking loves you.
He's
Don't
here.
worry about it. Yeah.
My wife's a Sixers fan.
There
His
we
wife
go,
is-
the wife.
yeah. We really appreciate
Thank you, guys.
Oh, I
you
love,
both for doing this.
We love you guys. We love you.
Thank you
Exactly.
so
Happy
much.
to be a part of anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, the two greatest.
Yes.
Eliza, Hardy Jones, and Charlie Hall of the War on Drugs. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
That was unbelievable. She's so good.
All those pictures and the thing. It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad that the only one there left is Joel.
I looked
Everybody else died.
I looked at Mike. I was like, Baron Mullins
Yeah.
was on the Sixers. Danny Granger.
JP Tokoto?
You loved him.
I do. I do.
I got a poem for everyone.
Oh, great. Here we go.
This is brought to us by Briggs Auction. I knew Steve would be down with this. I always do these poems. By the way, I always get like a book to do it. And I was looking for a book. I was like, ooh, what's that? It's what I use to marry 2 Rights to Ricky Sanchez listeners. So there's like 18 pages on love and then 20 pages on me telling you guys to go fuck yourselves for liking Ben Simmons. So, are we ready? I say, are we ready? All the hate tweets, I won't ever forget them. All the 3-pointer props, I used to bet them. But by now we're sure, and it sure is a given, that you fuckers were wrong and I was right about Ben Simmons. The wine trip to Napa, it was your dream. But instead of that trip, he tried to ruin the team. Not a generational player. In fact, it would seem that I was right about Ben Simmons and you should all fucking come clean. The snug pick and rolls, the smug smiles after games, I knew he was a fucking dork, unlike all of you lames. He doesn't care about basketball, only the fame, the kind of guy who looks in the mirror right after he came. You know it's true, and that's why I said it. The only guy who does that, aside from Ben, is JJ Redick. Don't boo. That was good. Instead of what he can't do, let's focus on what he can. It never was much, I'm telling you, man. The guy can't shoot, has no bag, can't protect the rim, and now doesn't play. The only cool thing he did was dunk when everyone else was out of the way. And now that everyone agrees, and I still have something to say, I was right about Ben Simmons when you fuckers liked watching him play. Mike wrote a show with him and was bought off from slander. I was the only one left who had any candor. First team all defense, you'd scream till it hurt. All they need is some shooters to finally make it work. Well, this is my victory tour, and I get to tell you to eat shit to Ben's little fan club and their president, Ben Dietrich. But I was right the whole time, and he never got better, and it's my job to remind you, which is why I'm writing this letter. You tell me to drop it, and I'm telling you that I won't. I will say all the things out loud that inside you says don't. And now that it seems settled, and Ben is a zero, yes, Mike, to answer your question, I'd rather have Tyler Hero.
I would do it again.
The JJ Redick line fucking killed. That guy sucks. Anyway, at our live shows, it has become a tradition to do a game.
Little game.
With you, bring up a couple of people. This is Mike's game.
Little audience
Participation.
involvement.
Mike's game, Jack. It is Mike's game. There we go. Brought to you by Body Bio. The winner will get a Body Bio prize pack and a T-shirt designed by Abbie with BBall Paul and CJ on it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We have to pick out 2 people though, so that's up to you.
Okay,
and
so
CJ.
I need 2 people to raise their hands. One needs to be a Mike guy, and one needs to be a Spike guy. So this identifying as someone who generally agrees with Spike, and then identifying as someone who generally agrees with me.
He's doing this to get nobody to raise their hand for the
No,
Spike
no, no.
guy day.
No. There's Spike guys.
I'm not gonna stand for it.
There's people doing Spike guy stuff. Okay, so we'll start with a Spike guy. So who feels like they identify with Spike? We got some people over here. Think about it. Okay. Hat guy? All right, we're bringing hat guy
Yeah,
out.
get the fucking hat guy up
Okay,
here.
hat guy. Hat guy is a Spike guy. Oh, shorts too. He's really revealing himself. Unbelievable. This guy's a plant. Wow. Okay, now we need a Mike guy. We need someone. Oh wow. And seeing everybody like reported back to me makes me feel like I'm really a sap. I'm really a sap. Well. Tom? Okay, Tom. Twitch. Oh, you're with the chat. CJ with the chat. Always trying to be the hero with the chat, CJ. Okay, cool. All right. What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew.
Here, I'll take it.
Andrew is Spike guy. Okay, cool.
Andrew.
Great.
I'm Tom.
Okay,
KJ
great.
McDaniels should have won the dunk contest. KJ McDaniels, yeah.
Okay. All right, so here we go. We have a bunch of questions. We're going to go back and forth. You do your best. We'll start with the Spike guy. I'm like, let me start off with a normal question. Oh, God, they're all weird ones. Let's start out with okay. Are you a big fan of the podcast? You listen to the podcast a lot? Yes. Okay. Cool. What was the age of Sixers Adam when he was part of a rogue band of online freaks that got Brian Colangelo fired? You listen to the podcast a lot. You might know the age you just turned. You might be doing some math in your head. What age was Sixers Adam? Need an answer.
17.
Ooh, 16. 16 years old. But that's very close. That's very close. That's respectable. Okay. What, Mike Guy, is CJ's last name?
CJ's last name is Coyle.
Yeah, it is Coyle. It is Coyle. 1-0. 1-0, Mike. What is Shake Milton's real first name? Shake Milton's real first name should be. I know a lot of people in the audience know the answer. Raise your hand if you know the answer to this question.
Nobody.
Okay, fewer than I thought. I was thinking this was an easy one. Okay. Shake Milton. His dad's name
Just
was.
say something.
Dad's name is the Milkman. He's Milkshake. That's why he's Shake. His real name is.
Soy milk.
No. Shake Milton's real name is Malik. Malik Milton is his name. Okay. Question. Joel.
I think the might guy might be able to see your fucking sheet.
I'm trying to.
He can. Okay.
trying not to-
All right. We'll head that way. Push that way. Push that way. Push that way.
All right.
Okay. So Joel has over 1,300 assists in his career. Who has the most made field goals off of those Joel assists?
Spike, I'm sorry. I'm going to say JJ Redick.
JJ Redick is in third place. It's actually Tobias Harris. It's Tobias.
I've always been a Tobias Harris guy.
Yes, you have. Always. Always. Okay. There's no easy questions on here. I did all hard questions. Okay, so I'll do an over-under. Over-under for Tobias Harris. His career high in dunks in a season. Over-under 60. Career high dunks in a season. Over-under 60. I've been talking about it all year long.
Under.
Under is correct. Under is correct. It's 55, and he ended up with 51 this year, unfortunately.
So, are we
He didn't
1-1?
get there. We're 1-1. We're 1-1. Okay. Another over-under. A lot of people might know the name Hollis Thompson here. Over-under career made threes, Hollis Thompson. Over-under 200 in the NBA.
I'm going to say over.
It's way over, man. It's 363. It's another one for the Mike guy. Although a Mike guy would say over.
Yeah, right.
A Mike guy would definitely say every time.
Why don't you ask this guy how many threes Ben hit? Yeah.
Is it like 5?
Spike guy. Yeah.
5? Yeah. I counted. And I counted. And I counted then. Okay. Let's go with within 10. Within 10. How many Ricky listeners have purchased a ring through LL? Gotta be within 10. Gotta be within 10. The murmur of confidence.
212.
Oh, not even close. That's the murmur right there. It's 320, LL, as he texted me this morning, and one right here, baby. Okay. Spell, here we go, either Anzes or Pasechniks. Pick one. It's your call. You're in charge here.
I have no idea, man.
Okay. That's fair.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm gonna-
ANZEJS. Why? Well, he wasn't very good. It's fine. And then we will go with the last couple, which is going to be a back and forth about who left the Sixers.
Well, if he misses and there's only 2 left, then he wins.
Isn't it one? Is
He's
it
up
2-1?
2-1.
2-1. Okay. Who left the Sixers world to fix email?
Come on, man!
This is your guy, Spike. All right, Spike, you can answer it.
It's Sam Hinkie.
It's Sam Hinkie. Okay, who left the Sixers world to become a self-help author?
Oh, crap. What? I know his name is in Scott O'Neal.
you heard it.
Yeah.
That's a crowd. That's a crowd.
Yeah.
Arguably, that was my dad that said it. I would blame.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna get this one. Who left? I'm just gonna do it. Who left
Okay.
the Sixers world to go to
There's
the
no-
to go to the gym more? This is
Jordan Sams.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. There's no one.
And that's it.
Yeah, okay.
Mike Guy won.
Mike Guy wins. He gets a Body Bio Pride back and a Ricky t-shirt.
The tiebreaker was, what's a good basketball player comp for me? And we didn't need it.
It's not
And
about
there would have
getting
been a wrong answer.
It's not about getting a Mike Guy. It's about getting to admit they're a Mike Guy. That's our Spike Guy. That's the problem.
Yeah, I hear that.
Can we get Mutlu to the stage?
Great.
So Mutlu is, Tommy from Down the Shore's best friend.
Woo!
As well. And he is my co-host on the Carl Landry Record Club, our music podcast, which we enjoy. But the thing that he is most famous for, I believe,
The thing that I'm proudest of.
the thing that
That's
he is
good.
proudest of,
That's good.
is penning the Trevelin Queen song. Now, we all know Trevelin Queen was with the Sixers for, 3 weeks? Something like that?
Felt like a lifetime for me.
And when we did the song, and Daryl wouldn't retweet the song, we knew he was toast.
Yeah. You nailed that pretty good.
But Mutlu is here to perform the Trevelin Queen song for you guys. And eventually we'd like a little bit of a sing-along. Let him do his thing, and then we'll get him singing. Mutlu, the Trevelin Queen song.
Ooh, I just gotta warm up my Billy Ocean voice real quick. Trevelin Queen, now we're sharing the same dream, and two hearts that beat as one. No more dunks on the run. Help me out here. Trevelin Queen, Trevelin Queen, Trevelin Queen.
Do the chorus again.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
Trevelin Queen, now we're sharing the same dream, and two hearts that beat as one.
We're gonna do one more here.
No more dunks on the run.
1, 2.
Trevelin Queen, Trevelin Queen.
Thank you, Mutlu.
Thank you. Thank you, Moot.
Thank you, Mutlu. You know, we haven't had a banning in a while.
Yeah. Came close.
Yeah, it came close. I think we were thinking of banning Michael Pena, but I don't know who he is. We came very close, though, in that we thought about banning one Kate Scott.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a tenuous situation.
Yes.
In that she knew that we were at the game, the road game, Fly the
Yeah.
Process in San Antonio.
She wanted to say it.
Yeah, and she kept saying that a Sixers group and Sixers podcast, and it may have been a
they're
situation.
Gathering, they're rounding, they're circling, they're chanting
And
stuff.
she started getting tweets,
She got a lot of tweets.
and she eventually said, I think we may have made a mistake in not banning her.
No, I don't think that's right. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out, is that we have to, I guess, ask her. Wow.
Welcome, Kate.
What's up, everyone? What are you guys doing here?
Who could have seen that coming? As we talked about Kate Scott, she was here.
Nobody.
Unbelievable. Really wrestling energy from Kate Scott right there.
Yeah.
I kind of dug it.
Is that bad?
No, I loved it. I want to see more of it on the broadcast.
Kate,
Should I clothesline Mike right now?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
stunner.
It's
Give her a rock
amazing.
bottom.
It's
Rock
amazing.
bottom would be.
Yeah, that'd be on
appropriate,
brand.
right?
I was more of a Heartbreak Kid fan.
Oh, hello. No, she's got it. She's got it.
Where's all the 35 to 42-year-old men
they're there.
in the
The
room?
wrestling,
We're like,
yeah.
I know what she's doing.
You don't have to reach too far for
Any other
wrestling
lesbians?
fans.
Any other
in this.
lesbians who know what I'm talking about?
There we go.
Yeah.
There we
They're like,
go.
I was more of a Bret the Hitman Hart fan.
Yeah, there
sorry,
you go.
Sorry, it's your show. I'll
There
shut
you
up.
go.
No, it's good. On the same day that you call a game, you come here all the way from Brooklyn. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you being
Yeah.
here.
They wouldn't let you just send like the G League Kate Scott to go call that game? or something?
How were the last 2 G League showcases, huh?
Yeah.
Weren't those fun?
Wow.
It's a real. Somebody emailed us and told us, why are we wasting our time doing a podcast about the Sixers? The Blue Coats win the championship and in the finals.
Yeah.
The tweets for Play Mac in the playoffs today were pretty.
Yeah,
lit.
that's what I like.
As
I
the
just
kid
wanted to
says.
see him.
He was good today, right?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Let me ask you
Yeah,
this. Let me take you back to the thing that we were talking about when you walked up here.
Yeah.
The potential banning.
Yeah, I know.
When you're not saying the name.
I know.
Were you trolling us or because they were noticing?
I've got a nod. Yeah. Oh, they were noticing. I couldn't tell as my timeline was blowing up. Say the name. Say the name. Say the name. I was like, you guys, I'm trying to call a Sixers game.
I texted
There's many
Mike.
layers to television because our producer and director are back here in Philly in
Yeah.
a truck. So I was trying to relay to them while I'm calling the game. I think they're in section 217 through 219. I was trying to get you guys on television.
Yeah.
Say the name. Say the name. Say the name.
Yeah.
It's like trying to call a game, trying to get you guys on TV. Calm down.
Yeah.
No.
Hearing
And
someone
then I'll
else.
say the name.
Yeah.
We've never been one to calm down.
No. Hearing someone else say the name back to us so many times, I get how it's annoying. I'm now realizing.
Say the name, Mike. Say the name. Say the name. What
No,
just
I'm
happened on that last
realizing-
play?
no, I'm
Oh, look,
realizing
a turnover. Say the name, Mike. Say the name.
No, I get it. No, yeah, that's good.
Fine. I love you guys.
I texted Mike during it, and I was like, this is egregious, and if she doesn't say the name, we're gonna have to
I was the one. I'm like, she's gonna do it. I got her. She's gonna do it. She's fine. She knows.
I was texting
She's
one of you
warming into
during
it.
commercial breaks, like,
Yeah.
can you call off the hounds?
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to get you. We have to get these 4 promos in, and then we'll be able to come back
Yeah.
from break.
On a podcast, you can just say whatever. That's the,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the thing. So
it's weird
I
like
I
that.
thought you had an excellent season with
Thank
the
you.
Sixers. Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you. Good year
Excellent.
too. Good year too. We're on the up now. We're on the
I
up.
think you are. I think you're the best play-by-play person in the league. I think that.
That's not true. Now you guys are just lying.
No.
But I appreciate that.
No.
Mike was about to say you are the best female
No,
broadcaster
no.
that the Sixers have ever had.
No. Not a chance. Because
Serena Winters may beg to differ.
No.
I'm kidding.
I-
Lauren Rosen is here, by the way. Lauren Rosen is here.
Hi, Lauren.
There we go.
And I may have made
You also
Lauren
got-
just real quick.
You got
Just
her in
walk
the
up.
shirt too.
I made Lauren a shirt too.
Just
For-
walk
Okay.
up.
She's
Oh,
my
she wore
support
the shirt
staff.
too.
Here
Hold
we
on,
go.
but it's
She's
different.
got it. She's got
I
it.
said the name, and her shirt says
Hell
she
yeah.
said the name.
Amazing.
Okay,
Amazing.
she hates me.
Thank you. I feel like my favorite call of yours, which was helped the fact that Joel hit a game winner, was driving, spinning, fading, hitting, which is a great call. It was a natural call, and I just want to know how you get the words from your eyes to your brain to your mouth in a way that sounds good.
So Mike, in the last 10 seconds up here, Spike, that was what my brain sometimes does when I'm trying to call a basketball
I got all the
game.
time in the world.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Spike tries to slow me down, doesn't happen. I take my time, I repeat myself. You don't have the benefit of that.
I just try to. I have a sticky this year that just literally said, "Call what you see," because it is so easy to try to do more than that, especially when you're just starting out at this level like I am. To always try to hit the grand slam when there's nobody on base.
Yeah.
So I just have a sticky note all season. Just call what you see, because it's not about me. It's about Joel looking like a ballerina Godzilla out there, right?
I think you can use ballerina.
I'm trying to
Godzilla.
find the exact right words, but
Yeah.
he's Godzilla dancing across the floor
Yeah.
like a ballerina. I'll figure it out by game 1. Saturday, 1 p.m. By the way.
There we go.
Sixers.
There you go.
But thank you. That was a step in the right direction. That call. So.
We've always, aside from Joel, who is the obvious one, we've always had, the podcast and our listeners have always had these favorites on the team. Covington and TJ and BBall Paul.
Yeah.
And
You had a pretty good game today, right?
we love Mike Scott, we love Dario. Is there someone on the team, when you're calling it, that you feel like, always, that you're cheering for specific? I feel like now that I might get you in trouble. that when you're watching, you're just like, you feel specifically emotionally invested in.
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
when George hits a bucket, it's pretty fun, right? Right? But I have an emotional attachment to a lot of guys. I mean, I get super excited. I have to remember not to call him B-Ball Paul on air.
Yeah.
Every time he scores.
His name is Basketball. Call him Basketball.
I need to try to be more professional and say Reed spins and lays it up, but I just want to be like, B-Ball! Yeah! But George and Tyrese, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much do
Most of the guys.
you have a good relationship with a lot of the guys? How much do they like read or listen about what is said about them? How
I think more than any of them let on.
Yeah.
Like, I know Joel makes it pretty obvious that he pays attention to everything.
Yeah.
But right. Troel, Embiid. But I think a lot of the other guys do too. It's just kind of human nature. Even though everybody tells you don't read the comments, you're always like, well, maybe just this one time if I read the comments. Well, no, I shouldn't have read the comments.
I would love to like curate who they should read. Because there's some
It'd
people
be
that they
great if
should
you-
read. I'd be like, hey, well, not this guy.
This guy really doesn't
Don't
like
like what
you.
that person
yeah,
says.
but
Yeah.
but this person.
But a little bit.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they read some stuff.
But I think they're paying attention a lot more than they let on. They may even listen to the podcast.
Oh no.
Oh, no. That we don't need any of that.
The Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast.
Yeah.
See how easy it is when I'm not on NBC Sports
Yeah,
Philadelphia
you can
with
do
somebody counting
anything.
10, 9, 8,
Anything.
7. Say the name,
Yeah.
Spike.
I could say NBC Sports Philadelphia very easy on my thing.
Yeah.
I ask you this, and maybe not yet, but let's say the Sixers are in the finals.
Ooh.
At what point would you
Go streaking down Broad Street. Doesn't sound like many people want to see that, so that's a never.
I know that the thoughts would go through your mind, but at what point would you think to yourself, here's what I'm going to say when it happens?
Oh, wow.
Because you need to know, right? You can't just let that one fly.
Well, I got some bad news for
Oh,
you,
no.
Spike. We only get to call the first round of the postseason.
Oh, right. Oh, shit. Well, let's
Yeah.
say you were
but
calling
I will
the finals.
in
I
the
forgot.
shower be practicing
Yes.
because that's where I practice
Let's
a lot
say.
of calls.
Let's say they're going to beat the Nets.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's say it's the 5th game and they're
For the
up by
first
32.
time in 40 years,
I
Sixers
forgot.
fan.
As a broadcaster, what
Yeah.
would you think?
If they won or what?
No.
what I would
Like
say.
if you were in that position, right?
Yeah. I think you think big things like that through. I don't think you have that memorized because then it does sound fake.
Right.
But I've had some semi-big calls on my way up, like Tara Vanderveer passing Pat Summit for the most wins by a college coach, and a player in the Pac-12, Kelsey Plum, who's now a superstar in the WNBA, her 3,000th college point, which no man or woman in the Pac-12 had ever done. I was calling that game and stuff. First dunk by a woman in college a couple of years ago. So I knew that those things could happen during the games when I was calling. So I kind of went through some different things in my head, but I don't think you memorize it.
Sure.
Because then it sounds fake and red.
Are there? And the answer is yes. And I want you to like allude.
What's
don't ask
the question?
Don't ask a
Are we on
question you don't know
Jeopardy?
the answer to.
Mike
Are there?
Trebek.
When you were on the podcast earlier this year, which you were
Yes.
great on our podcast. Thank you again for doing that. And I think really allowed yourself to curse a lot.
And
Yeah.
I'm trying really
And
hard
be-
tonight not to.
The Ricky's like a 3rd grade classroom. If the teacher walks in and says the F word, you are
Everyone's
the
like,
cool-
yeah, she said it.
It's because, as you guys can probably tell, I'm kind of saucy Kate tonight, like exhausted.
Yeah.
End of the regular season. We got back. Thank you. This is not water. Thank you. No, but we got back at like 6 o'clock,
Yeah.
and I literally just went over to the Rosen Rest Stop, as I call it,
There you go.
and laid on my back on the floor and just stared at the ceiling. So
So you're ready to go.
I'm really proud of myself for not dropping as many Fs as I would like to tonight.
Well, I want to know, like, because like
Should we clap for that?
the
Kinda
competitive
disappointing.
nature, like you're a competitive person, and I know that.
Yeah.
Do you feel that competitiveness in like, are there certain broadcasters around the league that you don't like? And I know the answer is yes. And that you feel, and that you
Yes.
feel like, and especially, I want the
Yes.
Sixers to beat them tonight for that person.
100,000,000%.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Okay. I like that.
The majority of people have been wonderful and accepting.
Yeah.
But there is some dudes who, anytime we get to their arena, I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. You're tuning up the band.
hey, it's great to see you tonight. Have a great broadcast.
But Iron Eagle can eat shit.
That's good. That's good.
No, Ian's actually awesome. I wish I
didn't
hated him,
know
but
that,
he's
yeah.
great.
That was just a joke.
That's good.
Did you have? No, go ahead.
Well, you
has,
wrote
like, a
the.
list.
I got
Yeah.
a whole list.
Yeah.
You wrote the notes
really
yourself
impressive.
of call what you see.
Yeah.
I feel like your dynamic with Allah Abdul Nabi is very fun. You guys are very genial together. You guys like each other. But how many times are we gonna let Allah ask for a jump stop before we start to say like people aren't gonna do it? People aren't gonna do the jump stop, Allah.
It is so amazing that you brought that up because in between the first and second quarters today, even our stage manager, the stage manager's like, Allah, all he had to do was jump stop.
Yeah.
There was some play, I think it was the end of the first quarter, and they spent the entire 2.5 minute, 3 minute break talking about the lack of a jump stop.
Dying for
it
a
is
jump stop.
hilarious. And I'm in talk back with my producer being like, bro, does he know it's 2023?
Poor guy. He's not getting that jump stop.
It's not happening.
Poor guy.
Kate, do you believe in PJ Tucker in the playoffs?
I do.
Okay.
The casuals can go right to hell right now.
Go right to. There's been a couple of games this season, Spike, where just for really brief periods, we've needed something. An offensive rebound,
Yep.
3 corner threes.
Guarding Nikola Jokic so Joel Embiid can go off.
By the
me.
way, 54 wins now. I'm sure every single one of you was watching the broadcast of the G League
I was.
Showcase today.
Yeah.
You were?
I was.
Thanks, honey.
Yeah.
The Denver Nuggets, I don't know if they won or lost this afternoon, but it didn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're in it because the Sixers will have more wins than them if they make it to the NBA Finals and the Denver Nuggets do. The Sixers would have home court advantage. So, also the most wins that they have had in a season since the 2000-2001 season, which was the last time the Sixers made
That's
the
right.
NBA Finals.
And I feel the passion and I feel the optimism. But do you ever go like?
There's a big butt though. I see it walking in. Hey, girl.
I mean, but do you ever go like when they're not playing well and like effort is such an issue with this team sometimes and like really want? Do you ever go just like these motherfuckers? I have it tonight. Why don't they have it tonight? You do. Okay, good.
I don't think that's gone over the air, right? That hasn't gone. Okay.
No.
That's obviously why I'm still here. But
Yes.
yes, I am. And Allah, you may hear him turn into like grouchy 12-year-old guy who got his ball stolen in the final 5 minutes of a game that we're playing really bad in.
Yeah.
He just starts like packing up his stuff, and I'm like, Allah, we still have a game. And he's just like, could he use more effort? You can hear it in his voice, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard to miss it because he's almost 7 feet tall next to me. And I find it endearing, but also want to slap him and be like, we got a game to go. But I'm the same. I mean, I am so invested in this team now. I know this is only the end of year 2, but I love all of you. I love this city. I mean that.
Well,
I love the team. I mean, they fight.
Yeah.
They want this bad. They know how much it would mean to this city.
they better not lose in the fucking second round. Kate, we've had 3 surprise guests at Live Ricky's. The first one was Elton Brand, just days after he became GM.
Wow.
And we made a collars joke, and he looked at me like he wanted to fucking murder me. And then Brett Brown,
Yeah.
who was a favorite around these parts.
Yeah.
And now you join that esteemed company, and you deserve it. Live Ricky 5 give a enormous hand to 1K Scott.
Unreal.
There we go. Mike, it is time for our inductions to the Process Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
We haven't done this in 4 years since
Yeah.
Live Ricky 4.
Something.
And we have 3 inductions, and Mike, you were doing the first one.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the man who will induct Mike Muscala into the Process Hall of Fame, Mike Levin.
It started, as most things did, with the pick swap. That's right. When the Sixers jumped to the Kings pick at 3 in the 2017 draft, then traded up with Boston to take Markelle Fultz, pause for tears, don't cry in public. A few years later, Elton Brand traded Fultz to the Magic for Jonathan Simmons, a second-round pick, and a top 20 protected first-rounder in the 2020 draft. Blah, 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 pandemic, blah, 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 Disney World bubble. Okay. Last game of the regular season, Thunder versus Heat. An OKC win means the pick falls outside the top 20 and it goes to the Sixers. But the Thunder have nothing to play for. And neither do me and Spike, who were recording a podcast during the game. Spike, before he sold out to become a Tiki Barber fan. I don't know where he went. Me, before I moved out of my shitty apartment or cut my pandemic depression hair. The Thunder were down 18 early in the fourth, and as we do the pod, I see former Sixer Mike Muscala enter the game for the first time, and the lead start to trim. Darius Baisley hits a 3. Abdel Nader hits a 3. I'm announcing this all on the pod as Spike tries to get to some mailbag questions. Then Muscala hits a 3 to tie it, and with 5 seconds left, he hits another 3 to take the lead. His only 2 makes of the game, back-to-back threes, 35 seconds left. And after Tyler Hero spikes Tyler Hero, wherever he's standing, misses the buzzer beater, we celebrate on the pod that the Sixers will get the 21st pick in the 2020 draft. Not even knowing that in a few months it will be Daryl Morey using that pick to select Tyrese Maxey. I would argue that Mike Muscala hitting those threes is the only fully good thing to ever happen in the Process era. I'm on. Seriously. Embiid, we had to wait 2 years for, not knowing if it ever happened. Hinkie got run out of town and forced me to lose years of my life arguing with mediocrity-humping dickheads on why the Process was a good idea. Nerlens didn't get there. MCW, Simmons, Fultz, Zaire, the Jimmy trade, the Tobias trade, Harden maybe a few years too late. We didn't even get to hang out in the Color Star metaverse. I was so excited to interact with so many of you on there. Only the Mike Muscala fourth quarter of his life, a plus 12 in 10 minutes against the team that would win the East a few months later in the very upsetting time of August 2020, is wholly, fully good. Because of this, I would argue that Mike Muscala, a two-way big if you squint, with a body carved from reduced fat milk, is one of the true Sixers of all time. Mike Muscala, the only stretch 5 in Sixers history if you don't count Al Horford or Spencer Hawes, which I obviously don't. And now he's on the Celtics as a Sixers sleeper agent. Bucknell zone Mike Muscala, Lewisburg, Pennsylvania zone Mike Muscala, just as Boston tricked the Sixers into signing Horford for half of the salary cap and telegraphing the Matisse pick so he had to trade up for him, and the Fultz-Tatum pick swap, do not cry. The Sixers are finally playing dirty with Red Auerbach Celtics. Mike Muscala works for us. He is pretending to be on the Celtics. His dad is pretending to be racist. Mike Muscala delivered us Tyrese Maxey, and after years of getting punked by Boston, Mike Muscala will be our man on the inside, helping the Sixers finally take down those little green pricks. And now he's finally taking his rightful place in the process, Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, one Mike Levin and Mike Muscala. Can I request to the stage one Andrew Unterberger and his gold? Get off his gold. This speech is brought to you by Kinetic Skateboarding as AU inducts the Ben Simmons cell phone in his pocket practice photo.
So, Ben Simmons. Despite what you might have heard, he actually accomplished a pretty good deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. He was Rookie of the Year in 2018, made 3 straight All-Star games starting in 2019, third-team All-NBA in 2020, second-place finisher and Defensive Player of the Year voting in 2021. And over the course of 4 years with the Sixers, made 5 three-pointers and literally dozens of free throws. But despite all of these achievements, when you think of Ben Simmons' time as a Philadelphia 76er, you mostly think of 2 images. There's this one. It will eventually be this one. There it is. In which Ben Simmons is met at the rim by the NBA's most fearsome 4'2" shot blocker, and wisely concludes that discretion is the better part of valor. And then there's this one, hopefully. There we go. And this is where Ben notices himself being filmed at a Sixers practice during the 2021 offseason and thinks roughly, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? Why is the sport of basketball? Now, both images are, of course, timeless and iconic snapshots of recent Sixers history. But the Ben Simmons practice photo is the Mona Lisa of the process. It's an indelible and singular image whose mysteries forever lie beyond our grasp. And look, you'll notice how, no matter where you are in the room, the dismissive gaze of Ben Simmons seems to follow you. Unimpressed, uninspired, and forever wishing that both he and you could be anywhere else in the goddamn world right now. Now, for process trusters, this image will most immediately evoke memories of the 2021 offseason and the standoff between Simmons and the Sixers, where Simmons decided that it was time for him to get paid to do nothing, and the 76ers respectfully disagreed. Now, leaks were made, text messages were maybe went unanswered, war was maybe declared at one point, and eventually, as the offseason went on and the preseason approached with no resolution close to in sight, Ben Simmons made what I believe he really thought was a legitimate effort to meet the Sixers halfway. He went to one practice, he skipped on a team huddle, and he was basically never heard from again. Now, this image here isn't even really a photo, it's a screenshot, and it's taken from a video of Ben Simmons watching the Sixers scrimmage and wondering to himself there's a way he could make his brain leave his body so it can go back to playing Fortnite. But as much as this image shows the Ben Simmons that Sixers fans would eventually turn against, if they hadn't already, it's smug, it's entitled, it looks, as always, just a little bit bored. It also shows Ben probably at his most sympathetic. You know, we didn't totally understand what was going on with Ben at that time, and we probably never will. But anybody who's ever held down a job that they weren't necessarily such a big fan of will understand this specific feeling. And that's, you wake up for work in the morning, you think about the workday ahead of you, the people you're gonna have to interact with, the tasks you're gonna have to complete, the bosses you're gonna have to answer to, and you say to yourself, I would rather wander into fucking traffic than go into work today. And really, that's the core of this image. It's just a dissatisfied young professional wondering, what's the least important limb I can break to not have to go into the office again this year? And even though Ben Simmons, his annual salary is probably as much, if not more, than everybody in this room combined, not counting our sponsors, of course, this is still Ben Simmons at his most relatable. And as we induct the Ben Simmons practice photo into the Process Hall of Fame, it's hard not to look back on this period with a certain degree of fondness. It helps, of course, that we've since traded Ben Simmons for a much better Joel Embiid co-star in James Harden. That's right. It helps even more that since getting to Brooklyn, Ben has been so bad, so hurt, and so just not there that we can, if Harden does leave in the offseason, we can pivot to just calling that trade the Ben Simmons salary dump and still feel like we got off pretty easy. And hell, we're about to play the Nets in the playoffs at the end of the week, and the only reason why Ben Simmons' name might get mentioned on the first game broadcast is if he belatedly decides to show up to the Nets sideline injured and dress for some reason like Busta Rhymes in the Woo-Ha Got You All in Check video. But it's also just looking at this guy, displaying all the content in the world for the sport he plays, people he plays it with, the fans that he ostensibly plays it for, and realizing that in truth, he probably did all right getting the years we got out of him. And when you look underneath the all-world athleticism, the blue chip, pedigree, and a decent amount of regular season winning, this is who Ben Simmons was. Just an irate employee who wasn't even supposed to be there today and is probably much, much happier now that he's nowhere at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Unterberger and the Ben Simmons practice photo. Can I be honest? It was a cell phone in his pocket. It wasn't a fucking jersey or whatever the fuck. All right. I am going to induct Daryl in the Bubble on the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast. We're going to get to it. Trust me. I've been tasked with inducting the Ricky thing this year into the Process Hall of Fame. The winner, voted on by you, in a hotly contested race is Daryl Morey's appearance on the Ricky from the Bubble in July 2020. However, I have to address the elephant in the room. That elephant is me and Kyrie. The song by Tony T and the assertion by the terrorist organization COVEN that the Process Hall of Fame vote was corrupt and reached the wrong outcome. If you'll remember, Tony T performed his song Me and Kyrie on the podcast in February 22 to universal acclaim.
Me and Kyrie, we're a couple cool cats. We both know the truth, that the earth's really flat. Flat, no curve. Me and Kyrie, yo, we're best friends. We both know that Antarctica is where the world ends. Yo, me and Kyrie, and KD makes 3. We're having cuddle parties on the Lower East Side. Don't tread on me, yo, don't tread on me. Me and Kyrie, we make a good team. We like sitting at home burning sage with no vaccines. Fuck them vaccines, asshole.
So that song was nominated for the Process Hall of Fame and came in second. Shortly after that vote, we received this video.
This brings me no joy. I am at an undisclosed location, and I am an anonymous member of COVEN. Count our votes even now. We know this election was fraudulent. Harold Morey ain't no way beat Tony and Kyrie Storm, okay? And we are taking action. We've kidnapped CJ, and we will not bring him back until we get a recount in our fucking favor. Harold Morey, you asshole. You might be the coach now, but you ain't gonna be the coach next year when they lose again, okay? COVEN forever, and CJ's in trouble. You better fix this shit now. COVEN forever.
Although CJ has not addressed the assertion that he was kidnapped, we did receive this photo. And then we received this one. After getting the opinion of several forensic experts, we found the pictures to be legitimate. Let me get to the point here. While I do not agree with COVEN's tactics, I do find their message to be compelling. It is my opinion that Tony T was robbed and the vote was corrupt. We will be launching an investigation headed by a law firm that specializes in these types of things. That said, it is my duty here to induct the Daryl appearance into the hall. I don't want to spend too much time wondering why Daryl did it, because it'll probably cost us 2 more second-round picks. Daryl might be sloppy when he tampers, but we will not be. This podcast will always, this episode, will always remind me of the podcast during COVID and the COVID basketball shutdown, when we still did 2 podcasts a week and you stuck with us. We had Daryl, we had Embiid, we had a failed presidential candidate, we had Amos and Mutlu like 15 times, and more. It was a time when we all needed each other, and we did the pod, and you were there for us. So thank you. So while this seems like we're inducting Daryl into the Process Hall of Fame, this category is always just about inducting all of us into the Process Hall of Fame. Andrew Unterberger once wrote for us, and this is one of my favorite things he's ever wrote because it was about us. This is something we have that no other fans of any other sports team in history have ever had. Not like we're the first bats in the belfry fans in pro sports by any stretch, but no other bases mania has ever been this focused, this organized, this concerned with historical continuity. No other base has ever risen to above the actual results of the team we're celebrating in this way. No other base has realized so brilliantly that it's always been just about as much about us as it is about them. So with that, I induct the Daryl Morey, while president of the Rockets, in the bubble, podcast in the Process Hall of Fame. I just got a video from Tony T. I literally just got it from Tony T. Do you want to see it? Yeah. Play it.
Hallelujah, y'all. Could I get an amen out there? This is Tony with a song of redemption for you. Maybe you fucked up. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you backslid. Maybe you kidnapped somebody, kept in your basement until the cops showed up. I didn't. But maybe you did. The choir's gonna help me. This song's called I Fucked Up, but I Found the Door. Choir, sing, I fucked up. I fucked up. But I found the door. I found the Lord. I cashed a check. I cashed a check. My ass could not afford. Couldn't afford. I got down on my knees. And that's when he opened the door fucked up. But I found hallelujah.
There we go.
Just a basketball podcast.
Yeah. So this is presented by Stateside Vodka. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Coaches Become Sales Reps by one Prezz Carter. Jack, hit it.
You hadn't beaten Harden, you ain't win at all. I swear to God, this dude's a fraud. Anybody want to coach, the Sixers taking calls. A real coach wouldn't have Harden baiting for calls. Just another year that you underachieved. It's time to pack your bags, the whole city wants you to leave. Maury made the call, I want all his duties relieved. Said you a players coach, I don't know what to believe. Top 15 all time, yeah, that list was capped. You don't make adjustments, you don't know how to adapt. Always stuck up in your ways, your fam gon' need a map. But if I say another word, then my phone will be tapped. How you compare yourself to Greg Popovich? At this point, you and him are polar opposites. The lead you blew inside the bubble's considered a crime. He won with young Kawhi, you lost with Kawhi in his prime. Lob City Clippers led by CP3. You the reason they call Paul George Pandemic P. KG, Paul Pierce, Rondo, Ray Allen. And you got one ring to show for all that talent. Live Ricky 5, where y'all at? Ladies, make some noise for yourself too. Yeah. Now I see why Ben ain't wanna play for you. You should thank that Celtics super team for saving you. You ain't bring up Reed or Bass, you only go with vets. At this point, I'd rather roll with Brett. Raspy ass voice sound like a NutriBullet. I tweeted not to hire you because I knew you couldn't. Get us where we needed, 2 more wasted seasons. Smoking on Doc Rivers' pack, it got me wheezing. Phil Jackson even said that you knew how to lose. Watching you coach is like a joke, but we are not amused. You the go to blow and lead, you crush our hopes and dreams. Not a fan base of our rivals out here posting memes. The process lost my trust soon as you got the job. 5 years, 40 million, Daryl got us robbed. I pray we find this peace after this brutal loss, but we still grieving from the time you folded to the Hawks. I'm just speaking facts, don't mean to disrespect, but as a fan, these is issues that I can't neglect. I thank you for your time and everything you've done, but too many times you lost when you should have won. Yeah. I was so pissed off when I wrote that shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, Prezz Carter!
Appreciate y'all.
Get his new album, All About Doc Rivers. Everything that coaches become after the coaches.
This is very important. We're interrupting live Ricky 5, but this is not an interruption. Well, I guess it is an interruption, but it's the only one that's going to happen. It's for us to thank MortgageCS and tell you about MortgageCS. You may notice that live Ricky 5 looks way better than any other live Ricky video we've done, and that is because of the support that MortgageCS gave us. When CJ and I met with Alec and Ben from MortgageCS to talk about this sponsorship, we were like, what do you want? They're like, whatever you guys think is a good idea. So, and you'll hear this at the end. I was like, how about I get the whole crowd to say the disclaimer because I don't want to say it anymore. And they were like, they're not going to do that. And I was like, you said whatever I want. So we did it. So MortgageCS, go to mortgagecs.com/Ricky, mortgagecs.com/Ricky. That's where you go if you want a mortgage. What does CS stands for? It stands for concierge service. How is MortgageCS different? They're different because they're independent and they care about you. So they are a mortgage broker. They're not a mortgage lender. So they're not giving you the money. And the most important thing about MortgageCS that I just told you about them being independent is most mortgage brokers have relationships with banks. So when they're sending you to one bank over another, it's possible they could have a business relationship with that bank. How can they only be thinking about you if they have business relationships with those banks? And that's what MortgageCS doesn't do. They're from around here. They're always available. They'll work hard for you. And most importantly, is that you are satisfied. Not that they are sending you to one of their partners. It is that you are satisfied. They also want you to be informed. Know what the rate means. Know why the rate is not always the rate. They're always available. You can call or text the CEO, Ben, whenever you want. You can do it right now, right in the middle of Live Ricky 5, 267-391-7425. That is 267-391-7425. Ben from MortgageCS, whoever you're working with over at MortgageCS, whether you need a pre-qualification letter on a weekend morning, on a weekday night, if you need advice, in the middle of the day, you need, I don't know about this, I don't know about that. They're always there for you. They're dedicated and they're going to take care of you. And the most important thing to me is if you go to mortgagecs.com/Ricky, you'll see they made a silly little website for us. That's right. Drawings of all of us, drawings of my dog. I love it. Once again, mortgagecs.com/Ricky or call or text Ben at 267-391-7425. Right after the disclaimer, enjoy the rest of Live Ricky 5 thanks to MortgageCS.
It sure isn't.
MortgageCS is an equal housing opportunity mortgage broker.
Yep.
All loans are subject to credit approval.
Mm-hmm.
Certain restrictions may apply.
Of course.
Company NMLS 1464766.
And
Visit mortgagecs.com/Ricky for more information.
thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Vegas Mike, over under.
Bright light city gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn. Set those stakes up high. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah! All right, Mike, you ready for over-unders?
Yeah, let's do it. It's playoffs.
Vegas Mike!
Let's go.
All right, over-under during the playoffs, over-under 2.5 games started by a center other than Joel Embiid.
Under, unless you're talking about BBall Paul at the 4.
So under?
Under.
Okay.
Healthy Joel.
Over-under 2.5 meaningful playoff minutes played by one Jaden Springer.
Oh, wow. 2.5 minutes. Wow, what are we hearing? What do we think? What do we think? This has become Price is Right. Over! Why not? Why not? The lie today was a lie not to us, although it was also a lie to us. A lie to the Nets, a lie to the future opponents. They're saving Jaden Springer for the playoffs. He's proven himself to Doc Rivers.
All right.
2 minutes and 41 seconds of meaningful basketball for Jaden.
There you go. Over under 1.5 playoff podcasts that I get on, and the first thing I do is talk about how good PJ Tucker was.
I think over.
Yes.
I think over. Absolutely over. Never. I don't want to get painted as the anti-PJ guy. I just think he has been at times this year putrid.
Yeah.
But I think he will be good.
Over under 0.5 podcasts that you do in the dark.
I think that's an easy over. I think for sure that's an over.
Sorry.
That's
all right. Over under 0.5 podcasts that are titled The Paul Reed Game.
Over. Over. Absolutely over.
All right. So I have 3 questions left. Well, depending on how you answer.
Okay.
Maybe less than that.
Okay.
Over under 1.5 playoff series played by the 76ers.
And everyone waits for the answer. Is Mike back in? Is Mike a different
just
place?
1.5.
Is he anywhere else? Oh, play. Oh, yeah, over.
1.5.
Yeah, they'll beat the Nets. I'm sorry.
Okay. So that's over.
Over.
Okay. Over under 2.5 playoff series.
Okay.
Played by
what
the
I
Sixers.
said before, the thing that I just said. Do it! I'm getting some lowers. Look. We have Joel Embiid, the Boston Celtics don't. Over. This, it has to be it. It has to be the year.
All right. Over under 3.5 playoff series played by the Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay, this guy's shaking his head no. Anybody else shaking their head no? Want to weigh in? So a lot of people giving sort of empathetic glances.
You're leaving the country for 3 weeks. Who cares?
Here's what I'll say. If they get to the conference finals, they're getting to the finals, baby. They're getting to the finals. They gotta do it. Following in the Blue Coats' footsteps.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike just predicted that the Sixers are going to the finals. All right.
Could be my first wrong prediction.
Yeah.
First
we are
one,
minutes
10 years.
away from B-Ball Paul.
Yeah.
But before we do, we have a couple of things. The first thing we need to settle is we need to measure CJ.
Yeah.
This is brought to us by our friends at MortgageCS. I honestly don't even know how tall CJ said he was. Are we ready to measure CJ?
CJ said...
I said I was 5'4".
No. CJ said he was 6 feet tall. CJ claimed, this is my first time meeting CJ. CJ, I'm gonna need you to take the hat off.
How tall are you, Mike?
I'm 5'11". Admittedly 5'11". Shoes. We gotta
Shoes off!
No. Do it in front of the people. You gotta show them and you taking the shoes off. There's a process to this.
Doc Martens, what are you in? Bad religion or something? What are you doing? So we got this producer CJ giant ruler. It's only 5 feet tall. So I attached a yardstick. This would be 6 feet.
What socks? Bombas? No.
What's he doing here?
Okay. He said that this would take a while, and he was worried about everybody watching him as he did it.
Are we ready to measure CJ?
Okay. Here we go.
All right, wait. Number of people who think CJ is over 6 feet.
That looks to me like a 20% or
Number
so.
of people who think CJ is a beta and under 6 feet.
Okay, here he goes. Are the heels on the ground? Sliding paper underneath it.
Guys, he's way under 6 feet.
Wait. I got you.
Let us question the legitimacy
12 would be
of
6 feet.
Of this measurement system.
5'11".
He is 5'11" and 3/8.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Would you round up and say 6 foot? Come on. Thank you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, CJ, who is under 6 feet.
I was really hoping he'd be 6 feet. I think I would have brought the house down if he was 6 feet.
I want to bring up the members of Team Ricky who are here. I don't think we have time for the free throw shooting contest.
We had a free throw shooting contest happen. It's not going to happen, but at least Kate Scott got to dunk. That was pretty cool.
So could we get Abbie, Sixers Adam,
yes,
AU to the stage?
Yes.
Wherever the fuck I saw Adam, I know Abbie is here.
Alonzo is taking care of his
baby,
who's a little sick. We love
and
Alonzo.
MOC. Look, MOC has been battling a health thing for a while. He's getting better, and I hope to have him on a playoff podcast at some point. So show a little love to MOC. Because, by the way, that article he wrote roasting Jokic people may have turned the MVP vote.
Yeah, it
so.
genuinely might have. That's crazy. Okay,
So
we got Abbie.
The Team Ricky free throw
got Adam.
contest would have been brought to you by Adam Kasabi, the official realtor of the process. Ladies and
Sixers
gentlemen,
Adam.
the legal Sixers Adam. Ladies and gentlemen, the person who does all of the art on the Ricky website,
Yes.
Abbie.
Yes.
And the true heart of the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast, I mean that when I say it, Andrew Unterberger.
Absolutely.
I kind of want to just see Adam shoot one shot from there.
All right, one shot for
shot.
Adam.
Sixers Adam, go over there and just shoot
Okay,
a
it's a
shot. I'm sorry.
bouncy ball, Adam. It's a bouncy ball on the floor. On the floor. You got to be.
Yeah,
front,
you got to
front
go on
row.
the floor. Do you think Adam's going to make it? Oh, shit. Get on the floor. You got to get on the floor.
No,
I think.
not so far. Not that far away.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, right. Step in a little bit. One
Step in.
I was hitting a couple from there earlier. A little bit in. Yeah.
A little bit in.
Okay.
Little bit in.
This is it.
Here we go.
Lefty.
Oh! I'm going to give him one more shot. One more
Right
shot. One more
there.
shot. We're so close. It would be so good if it went in. Oh!
Franklin better.
That's it.
I'm sorry.
That's Kawhi shot level.
All right. One more.
One more for Sixers Adam. Last one. Get the crowd into it.
Oh! All right. Well, it was close enough. Ladies and
it.
gentlemen, Team Ricky.
Wow.
Are we ready for the headliner?
Here we go.
I said, are we ready for the headliner? He ain't coming out until we all are doing a B-ball Paul chant. Ladies and gentlemen, the best backup center the Sixers have ever had, the guy who should maybe play a little four, Paul fucking Reed! Wait a minute. Before we start the interview, I have to make a clothing change. Hang on.
Wow. There it is. There we go. They know what's up. If you look under your seat, there's mud. Thank you for being here, man.
Hey, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Did you ever think you would hear an "out the mud" chant in your entire life?
I never thought I'd hear that.
Yeah.
You played today. You won today. How you feeling? How's your body feeling? What are we?
Body feeling crazy.
Great. Amazing. Now you got like a week off.
Yeah.
What are you doing on the week off? We going out of town?
Nah.
Taking a little trip?
Nah, I'm gonna stay locked in.
Probably solid. Probably smart.
So let me ask you this: all these people here, we've been talking about B-ball Hall for a long time on the podcast.
It'll look good on you, no
All right? Did you know the shipping was free?
Yeah, he knows.
So everybody here has had your back for a long time.
Yeah.
What's it like when you're, like grinding for playoff time, but you look online, you see people supporting you? How does that feel? What's it like to see people have your back like that?
Man, it's an amazing feeling. It's a lot of people that don't got my back, and then it's a lot of people that do got my back. So the ones that do, it's love.
What do you think it is about you that people sort of like gravitate to? Because there is something.
I mean, what you think it is?
You know what it is? I think we all see a little of ourselves in B-ball Paul. A little of ourselves in Paul Reed, right? Like, and mostly the offensive rebounds. Yeah. See, the thing is all these people here, we've been doing this podcast for 10 years, since the start of the beginning of the process. And we saw a lot of players just sort of like grind away and then disappear, and then grind away and then disappear. And then we found players that we loved who grinded hard. Like TJ McConnell grinded hard, Robert Covington grinded hard, and you remind us of those fucking guys. And I think that's why
I see myself in those guys too, like TJ McConnell. Like, I see why y'all love him so much, because he played with his heart.
Did you know? Do you know that you're the Sixers' statistically the best offensive rebounder in franchise history? Do you know that? Is that a...
Wait, for real?
For real, yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
What's up?
Hey, there it is. Just like that. Charles Barkley, Moses Malone, nothing. B-ball Paul.
Oh man, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes. It is crazy. Unbelievable.
So what do you think you did to gain the trust? This is us talking, not you. This is us. We were like, Coach got to play Paul. Coach has to play Paul. Coach has to play Paul. What do you think you did to finally gain the trust of the coach and get on the court more and become the primary backup to Joel?
Yeah, I just, honestly, I just locked in off the court, on the court, and just made sure that I was consistent with what I was doing on the court. And once I figured out how to do that, then that's when I locked in the spot and was able to run with it.
And I think adding, absolutely. And that's clear, because sometimes you can tell, like, maybe old Paul would have been like, I'm going to dribble drive past this guy. And new Paul's a little bit like, well, wait a second, let me kick the ball out, pass to a guard, figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you can dribble drive past those guys. The Euro is nice. Lefty little scoop, you got it. But coach wants you to pass it out, doesn't he?
Coach wants me to pass the ball, I'm gonna pass the ball.
Yeah, I hear you. I think also what helped was you getting your vertical up to 50 inches.
Man, I wish my vert was 50.
I feel we could measure it. It's the ceilings. The ceilings aren't high enough.
I might hit my head on the ceiling.
Yeah, we can't do that. I feel like this offseason it's add 50 percentage points to the outside shot. That feels like next season for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the thing that we've noticed, and we have a little video presentation to show you about it.
You can watch behind you.
Is you're setting screens over and over again, a bunch per possession, and you're rolling, and you got that hand up, and I think over the last week or so, this video was made a couple weeks ago, but over the last week, they started really passing it to you, Harden, Maxey, Shake, those kinds of guys pass you, but you're open a lot, and we want you to get that ball more often, but yes. But we have a little compilation video that you could maybe show to some of the guards on the team.
Yeah, send it
of
to
how
me.
open you are.
How open you are. Let's see
You gotta
it.
send it to me after this.
Let's see it. Now it's raining. Open. Brutal.
All right, brutal.
It's like, yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
That's the face I made.
He's open. What do you think? You know, it's funny. During the game today, I think Harden tweeted something like "B-ball Paul is hooping" or something. What do you think you did to gain Harden's trust? Because he gets you the ball now. He passes you the ball. What do you think changed with you guys?
I think the conversation off the court and our relationship just getting stronger, and our chemistry just getting stronger just from our relationship. Being able to talk to him, letting him talk to me, like we be hanging out a lot, you know, like we eat after our like shoot arounds. After that, we'll go eat and talk and like, you know, see what worked for each other on the court. So it's just our chemistry is getting better.
That's nice.
That's off.
That's nice.
Especially like since the beginning of the season, you know, it wasn't the best. And last year it wasn't the best, you know, but since we got to spend the whole season together, now it's like I know exactly where he need me to be at for him to get a bucket and for me to get buckets too. So
yeah. And he's paying for those meals, right? He can't be making you split the check, right? He better be paying for those meals.
No. Team paying.
Okay,
team
good.
paying.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. You're a restricted free agent this offseason. We want you back. Someone just yelled no. That is true. He is. But we want you back. How much do you need to get paid per year to officially be out of the mud once and for all? Just a number.
That's a good question. I'm gonna let my.
We'll get your agent. We'll ask your agent.
I don't know if I can answer that in front of everybody.
That's smart.
I'll
That's
answer
smart.
it.
That's good
B-ball
negotiating.
Paul needs $8 million a year.
At least.
Okay.
That sounds good.
I mean, come on.
That sounds good.
We gave like Amir Johnson 12.
Yeah.
He was dead.
We did. We gave him a lot.
We've had a bunch of people mention the similarity watching you to watching Dennis Rodman. Did you ever watch him and think about his game? You ever watch any Rodman tape?
I did. You know, I watched a lot of his tape. A lot of him chasing down rebounds. A lot of Andre Drummond tape, how he took the ball to himself. Yeah. I watch a lot of those type of dudes, and you know, I try to take what I can.
We had the first live podcast we did. It was TJ McConnell, your guy, and he said to a question I think Spike asked about like do guys like get tired of you picking them up like 94 feet? And
for sure.
And like yes, for sure. TJ, that's what TJ does, and people got tired of it. Do people say a similar thing to you when you're like, oh, here comes B-ball Paul. He's gonna get every fucking offensive rebound. Do you feel their like frustration?
Bro, I be at the free throw line. They be like, "You going?" I be like, bro, you know I'm going.
You know I'm going. Amazing. Do you have a favorite rebound of the year that like comes to mind, of one that's like I shouldn't have gotten that one and I fucking got it?
It'd be the ones where like I get the rebound and kick him out and then we just hit a three.
Yeah, that's
them
nice.
Them be my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Them be my favorite ones.
You point at coach saying like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Pass the ball out. Yep.
Come on, stop playing with me.
Come on. I also get those assist numbers up. Why not?
Yeah.
Did you know you're the only Sixer to get an offensive rebound in the last 4 years? No, I'm just kidding. I swear, I see you do it. You and Tucker, and I'm like, whoa! You're allowed to get your own ball after you miss it. Anyway, we've talked about you playing a little four next to Joel. You took a bunch of threes in the G League. Is that next year maybe? Or do you think you play a little four next to Joel?
I mean, I think I'm capable for sure.
Yeah.
I think you are too. We've been.
Yeah, no.
No, I just gotta keep working on my game, and then I think it just comes down to coach trusting me at that position. To be honest, and you know, I can do it. I know I can. You know, like you see my G League stat shot like 44%
Yes.
from the three.
Yeah.
I know I can do it.
Yeah.
MVP, G League, by the way.
That's right. There it is.
Yo, we're gonna be the first team to have the starting center and the backup center have MVPs. What the fuck?
Pretty good.
I like it.
Pretty good. Do you like when, like, against Trae Young, you're left on an island against him on a switch? Do you like that? Are you like, absolutely try to get by me? It happened in the Celtics game. Malcolm Brogdon was on you on a switch. You're covering him. He had like 4 shots in a row. All of a sudden, he has to hit a step back. How do you feel when that happens? All of a sudden, B-ball's on a guard. Like,
I love them matchups.
That's right.
I love them matchups.
So do I. So do I. I'm yelling at my TV. Do not help. Send no one.
That's what I be screaming in my head.
Yes. 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 No help.
Nah, I don't need it. But you know.
He doesn't need it.
Players are good though. I'm gonna keep it 100. Players in the NBA are good.
Sure.
And like,
yeah.
no cap.
They're good.
So we haven't been past the second round in this era of Sixers basketball. Do you think this specific team that you are on right now has what it takes to go to the finals?
I do think this team that I'm on has the potential to go to the finals. I think like it really just comes down to the depth we got. You know, like guys like me got to step up big and really play big minutes in the playoffs. And I think we really gonna have a chance.
Better defender, Tyrese Maxey or George Niang?
Hey,
Mike always does this.
George be locking up though sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Better shooter currently, Matisse Thybulle, Doc Rivers.
Hey, y'all ain't gonna do Matisse like that.
Okay.
Y'all ain't doing
Okay.
Matisse like that. I can't let
Okay.
that. I can't let y'all do him like that.
All right. That's it. I just had a couple questions.
Skipping his next one.
Just had a couple questions. That's it. All right. Honest answer. Need an honest answer. Your nickname is B-Ball Paul. Named after, famously, the sport that you play. How much of a role was the name in the fact that you went to play basketball at DePaul?
Nah. I named myself that before I knew I was going to DePaul.
Right, I know. But then you chose to go to DePaul.
I did.
How much did your name play into wanting to go, I'm basketball Paul, this is D-Paul? It's branding. Look, you're selling the sweatshirts. I just want to know, is there any small percentage of it?
I mean, like, nah.
I think you're lying.
I was thinking straight.
A little bit.
I was thinking straight NBA. That's all I was thinking.
All right, good.
That's all I was thinking.
Well, you
straight.
got there. Everything Paul. Everything Paul.
We, look, man, we love believing these people who have been with us, the podcast, for like a decade, love believing in the underdog. And we love that you have come through this year. We love it. Because, there are a lot of people that get drafted high and they get a chance and they don't. But you grinded through it, and everybody was like last year, DeAndre Jordan, whatever. We're just like, why aren't they playing Paul? Why aren't they playing Paul? But you kept, man, you could have given up and you didn't, and you kept at it. And every time, I swear, man, I would be like, Harden's never going to pass to Paul. He's never going to pass. And now he passes to you, and it makes me feel so good. Yeah. And we are so proud that you are a player that we believe in.
So proud.
And truthfully, man, I know that like Joel and James Harden, they get a lot of credit, and rightfully so. But when this team finally gets to the place that we want them to get, we're going to thank you for it, because you're going to be a big part of it. We really believe in you.
Absolutely.
Man.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that, right?
And these, like, you are in a room of like your people. Like Embiid could have 50, Harden could have 20 assists, and we would start the podcast being like, that one possession, Paul. But that one possession though, like we need, like that's, you are, because I don't know how much you paid attention to the Sixers before you got there, like the backup center was like a big problem always. I talk about the backup center in therapy. Like we don't, it's a problem. And like you come in and you fix it and like easily.
Who was the backup before me?
Oh, so many guys. Greg Monroe,
We
Amir
started
Johnson,
Greg Monroe in the
Kyle
playoffs.
O'Quinn, Boban,
Amir.
Drummond, DeAndre
Yeah.
Jordan, guys that like can't defend the perimeter like you can, can't switch like you can, 1 through 5.
Yeah.
Dude, you just guarded Trae Young without any help. But come on,
Absolutely.
man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I just want to, we appreciate you, these people appreciate you, we believe in you, like, absolutely, 100%.
I believe in y'all too, no cap.
That's good.
Okay. Shout out to Rights to Sanchez. Rights to Ricky Sanchez. Let's do it.
There we go. Saying the name. Take note, Kate.
Go win us a championship, man.
Hell yeah.
We gonna get one this year for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Reed! Man, B-Ball Paul is the best.
Yeah. What a guy.
I skipped over the sitcom themes.
I skipped over a bunch of dangerous questions.
Yeah. You skipped them?
Oh, yeah. You know one that I skipped.
Which one?
Don't worry about it. We'll remind you later.
Is the one about camp?
Yeah, I'll remind you
Okay,
later. Yeah,
all right, okay.
Yeah.
Look, I will say thank you. Here, real quick, by measure, we're gonna one sitcom theme on your way out, just by applause. Full House, Cheers, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm not even
There you
gonna
go.
ask the
It's a
other
Philly
one.
crowd.
Do you remember what the other one was? Golden Girls. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Golden Girls. It's
Golden
Golden
Girls.
Girls,
Yeah.
yeah. So this will be the last thing you hear. I think, look, all I have to say is that it is wonderful to be back with you, and we appreciate this so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else?
I mean,
10 years, bro.
We're 10 years of this. A lot of people, I've recognized a lot of you guys. We've done this before. Like, thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for riding with my wild ups and downs with this team. I think like it's a community of people around a team that is deeply frustrating. And I think it's nice that we found a nice thing in the heart of this deeply frustrating, habitually lying franchise that we love. So hopefully they win a goddamn championship so they could give back to us for once. And then if they win the championship, how about us fucking ringing the bell? Enough already.
Yeah, they had Freddie Mitchell, like, no offense,
No,
man.
that one's cool.
but-
That one's cool.
Well,
That one's
how
cool.
many times can Freddie Mitchell ring the bell? It's just like, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, we thank our partners and sponsors
Sponsors.
who make the, no, it's really fucking awesome,
Everybody.
man. Like, they believe in us. It's not just, you turn on podcasts and you're like, you hear the same mattress ads everywhere. And our sponsors let us talk about however we want, and it's the best.
Yeah.
So thank you to them.
Thank you to them. Shout out Kismet also. Kismet Bagels.
What's that?
Shout out Kismet Bagels as well. The
Yes.
bagels
Oh,
on the show.
Kismet. If you haven't had any Bialys, they're I ate it so fast it made me feel to say. And Underground Arts and Rich at Underground Arts.
This place loves us, and we love it.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you guys for being here. We really appreciate it.
so here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna do the end of the pod thing, and you're gonna say the end.
Yeah.
And then after, Moot's gonna do the Golden Girls thing. And if we don't fucking sing along to the Golden Girls, I'm gonna be so mad. So, are you down with TTP? Do it, Moot.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be me, and the card attached would say thank you for being a friend. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say thank you for being a friend.
We hope you enjoyed this presentation of Live Ricky 5. Man, it was fucking fun. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, right, CJ? You saw from the inside.
A lot of work, but it was a good time and it paid off.
Paid off. Had a great time. Thank you to everyone who appeared at Live Ricky 5, from BBall Paul to Kate Scott to Eliza and Charlie to Moot to Prezz Carter to everyone, to AU to Team Ricky. But a huge thank you to the place that made the video presentation of Live Ricky 5 possible. That is MortgageCS. Once again, go to mortgagecs.com/Ricky. They are the only mortgage broker you need. You'll walk away feeling more informed, feeling cared about, and most importantly, you're working with somebody in the Ricky community. Thank you again to MortgageCS. Go Sixers.